Hey guys, ECRG here, back with another episode. Today we're going to be talking about what you can expect during a recruiter screen. So, first off, I'm not going to tell you about, as I normally do, about our resume review program or any of the coaching we offer or any of the interview prep we offer, and how you can just email us at eliteclinicalgroup@gmail.com if you're interested in ensuring your success and getting to the next level of the interview process. I'm not going to talk about that. So I'm going to just jump right into this episode right here. So, what can you expect from the recruiter screen? Now, this is typically the first thing that happens after you send in your resume and it gets selected. So, after your resume gets selected, they have picked out your resume from however many applicants they may have had 50, 60, 100. They picked out your resume and want you to be the people that are going to make it onto the interview. But first, they're going to give you a recruiter screen. This is going to be maybe a 15-minute to 30-minute conversation with the recruiter who's going to ask you a few questions and kind of tell you more about the role. And the purpose of this is to weed out a little bit of the candidates and kind of narrow down their candidate pool to the ones that they actually want to interview or have a phone conversation with the hiring manager. So they're typically going to ask you a few questions. Why are you interested in this role is a common question that they may ask you. Why are you interested in this company, or why did you apply for this role is another common question. Why are you planning on leaving your current company is another common question. They're typically going to ask you about 3 to 5 questions. Tell me about your current role and your past experience. They're typically going to ask you anywhere from 3 to 5 questions, kind of basic, those questions you can expect. Kind of just entry-level questions they're going to ask. They're not going to go into too much depth at all. They're not going to ask you, hey, what is a 1572? Or whose names are listed in box 6 of a 1572? They're not going to ask you those specific questions. Or how do you reconcile, the TMF or anything like that? They're not going to ask you that. So what they're going to do is just ask you those basic questions, and they're going to pretty much do the rest of the talking after that. So you're going to do the talking for pretty much the first 10 minutes or so. Then they're going to do the rest of the talking after that, telling you about the position. And this is a good opportunity to ask some questions about the position, some things you may not have thought of. But this is a pretty informal process. It's a little bit more formal than, just talking casually, like if you met them out on the street, but it's pretty informal. And they're pretty much just asking you these questions to see if you're a good fit for the role, just a good preliminary screen. That's why it's called a recruiter screen. And, it's pretty informal. Usually 95% of the time it's informal where I've had them. And I've done a number of these. And, they just want to make sure that you're a good fit for somebody to go talk to the hiring manager and then potentially interview. Now, most of the time, depending on the role, this could be the part right before the interview or right before talking to the hiring manager. Now, I've actually had recruiter screens, though, the 5% that I'm talking about, where they grill you with questions. Now, for my clinical research associate 1 position that I got, they grilled me with questions during this recruiter screen. And it seemed like that was a kind of a theme for the whole interview process. Maybe you've went back and listened to those videos where I kind of detailed each step of the process. 7 interviews total. And this was the first one, and they grilled me with questions. I was not expecting it. I was kind of going in there with the attitude like, hey, they're going to ask me the 3 to 5, simple questions. So I was kind of ready for that. And, typically I don't like to over prepare for interviews. I don't want to come off as kind of like a machine. So I typically under prepare and kind of let my, charisma and my knowledge base kind of take me the rest of the way. That's typically how I do it. And good thing I'm kind of good on my feet. And actually, good thing I do this podcast / YouTube channel every single day, because I think that allows me to speak more fluidly and speak more about my experience and skills, because I do this every single day with you guys. So I was able to kind of think on my feet better when she was peppering me with these questions. It was just rapid fire, back to back to back. But that's not the norm. Most of the time, it's just a few questions they're going to ask to take you on to the next level. They're not going to ask you anything specific. Now, especially if this is an entry-level position, they're not expecting you to know anything specific to clinical research yet. They're going to be asking about your background, your previous experience, that type of thing, why you're interested in clinical research, why you're interested in this clinical research position. So that's pretty much what you can expect from a recruiter screen, anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes, not long at all. And, we'll do another video on how you can expect to ace it. But just to know like what you can expect from a recruiter screen, that's gonna be really, really helpful. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys. As always, email us eliteclinicalgroup@gmail.com for any inquiries you may have. Any questions you may have, comment them down below. Don't forget to rate us on the podcast, like this video, share, subscribe, hit that bell. Go ahead, hit it right now. All right, guys, take care.